All right, guys. I have been so excited for this Zoom. A lot of you guys on here I know already know me, but some of you don't. So I'm just going to do a quick little intro on myself. My name's Jennifer Turner. I am from a small town in Kentucky, if you can't tell from my accent. And I have been in the online space for about 6 years. Started off with an MLM and then got burnt out from feeling like I had to chase people in the DMs and my strategy just wasn't working. And I had built a successful team and then it all just went to crap. And I knew that there had to be a different way, a better strategy to do this business. Fast forward, I learned about digital marketing from a complete stranger on the internet on Facebook, learned about attraction marketing and ways to do this where you have your content doing the work for you. Okay. And so I'm so excited to have Tim here because I'll tell you, this is going to be a learning experience for me right along with you. I know nothing other than 14 years ago, I had to re download my Pinterest app, and I had 10 years ago and 14 years ago, and nails and hair stuff and little pretty things like I didn't know. And this is just a teaching moment, too, how Tim is so he does his content so well, and he's been doing this for 16 years. I didn't have any bandwidth to feel like I needed to learn another platform. But what he did is he got my attention when I started seeing his posts saying that you could grow your school and digital products. I had no idea that that was a thing. I thought it was all, I had no idea. So I'm like, let me reach out to this guy. Now he got my attention. I'm so excited. I'm going to kick it over to you, Tim. He is from Ohio, has a wife and two kids and again is the Pinterest guru. So I'm going to kick it over to you and I'm going to mute myself and we are going to have a question portion at the end. So if you guys you can put your questions in the chat, I'll make sure I note them down. But we'll hold those for him to answer at the end if that's cool. All right.
All right, right on, Jennifer. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm excited. I love Pinterest. If you guys, I know some of you are in Pinterest school. If you're not, I'm just going to say it right now. Get on over there. Jennifer has a link somewhere for you guys to just go join it. It is 100% free. We are one of the fastest growing schools. We are the top. What I just looked top 18 in money. We're like 74 in all of school. Growing, you guys, and that growth is actually a thriving community. It's not just from how much money we're bringing in or anything like that. It is actually from activity, people talking, and it's amazing. So get on over there. I won't plug that too much. I will talk about one thing that we did create and launch this past couple weeks at the very end. But today, if you don't know anything about me, my name is Tim Adam. I've been on the internet for a very long time selling. I started in 2007 selling on Etsy. I sold metal art, metal furniture, and absolutely loved it. Actually made jewelry as well. But quickly, I found out that people needed to learn how to sell online, and especially artists. Artists are stuck in this world of I just want to create, but they need to actually sell. I started teaching, started coaching, and in 2010, Pinterest came around. And I saw it. I was in that space of just like finding new things to promote your Etsy shop or whatever your business was. And Pinterest just absolutely made sense. I've been on there since day one. I was on the waiting list. I got on, and I remember day one that I got on, I wrote a blog post teaching Etsy sellers how to get on Pinterest. That was 2010. So I've been teaching people how to use Pinterest, how to get traffic, how to make money, how to pin the perfect pin for 16 years, you guys. Absolutely crazy. So today you are going to learn, you're going to walk away with the ability to create the perfect pin. All right, what that means from start to finish, the foundations of that, and it's you're going to walk away with that. All right. So, but you're also going to see something at near the end, right before our question and answer time. I'm going to show you guys one of my pins that has over 10 million, probably close to 11 million views. That's driving traffic to a place that you wouldn't even think you could drive traffic to. So stick around. Make sure you guys stick around for that because it is an awesome. I love that. I love that pin because it solidifies the fact that Pinterest can drive traffic for long term. Okay, so this pin was created 3 years ago, and I'm still driving traffic today. It's amazing. So stick around with me, and you guys will learn all about that. But before we do all that, we're going to be talking about Pinterest. So why in the world should we all be on Pinterest? I know you guys, everyone here knows what Pinterest is, but why should we be on it? right? So Pinterest is a visual discovery platform, all right? It is not social media. So when people think, oh, it's just another social media site, I don't have time for that. But guess what? It is not a social media site that's going to suck your time and doom scroll, all that kind of stuff. It is a search engine. All right. People are getting into the search bar and actually searching for something. Like, how many times have you guys gone on Pinterest and just scrolled to try to randomly find something? No, you're going to search in the search bar and say, whatever you want to search for. All right. So there's 578 million monthly active users. And this is actually data from last year. We're waiting around to get some more data here from 2026, but that's a lot of people, you guys. I mean, Pinterest has been around forever. All right. So there's a high conversion potential because people are actually searching, right? They're ready to act. They're ready to purchase, create, and learn what they just typed into the search bar, right? I want to learn how to, well, you can hear me talk a lot today about gardening, and you'll see why. But like, I want to learn how to plant flowers in my backyard. You're typing that into Pinterest. Like, that's one thing. This is something, right? So who is Pinterest for, right? Creators in any single kind of niche. All right. I just have some listed here, but it literally just should say everyone. It's like fashion, food, fitness, home decor, health and wellness, making money, anything. Okay. If you can search it in the search bar, you should be on Pinterest because our pins that we pin on Pinterest can be found on Google. So now can we only be found on Pinterest? Now we can actually be found on Google. Not now, but it's always been like that. But you can get found. Your pins could show up on Google. So somebody could search it and find it. Anyone offering a solution-oriented content. And I think all of us have some kind of a solution to a problem that we're trying to solve. They're trying to help people. I think we all have that, right? So let's move on. Let's talk about some more things. Why should we be on Pinterest, right? So massive engagement. Okay. So Pinterest users save 1.5 billion pins a week. So most of those pins are from people from Pinterest school. I'm just kidding. That is a lot of pins. It's not. There's so many pins happening every single week, right? So the content is just growing and growing. And Pinterest says that most users, when they have the app, they open it up more than one time a day. I mean, I don't even use the app. Honestly, I use it more on my computer because I'm sitting here at my computer like 24, not 24/7, but a lot. All right. So, but I do use the app as well. I like it. The Pinterest app is a nice app. It works very well. So another thing that I love about Pinterest is the fact that it's on the branded discovery. And what that actually really means is like the big box stores, the big companies, they're not on Pinterest as mostly, I mean, they are in the form of advertising, but most pins, 96% of pins are small creators like ourselves. And that gives us opportunity to get out there and not be bogged down by all these big guys out there, right? So obviously they do show up in advertising. Yes, you can advertise on Pinterest. And yes, it is better than Meta, just so you know. Better ROI, better return. It's just better. So global base, we know 578 million monthly active users, and it's growing 12% every single year. And I will be changing this slideshow when I get the numbers from 2026. So more unique benefits. Okay. Like I said, it's a search engine. You'll probably hear me say that like 50 times in this call or whatever, that it's such a search engine. You got to get it out of your head that this is social media. All right. Yes, you have to spend some time on it, and yes, you have to be consistent with it, but you don't have to sit there, and you're not going to sit there and scroll and scroll. You just post your pins and go do something else. All right. So people are looking for solutions because remember, it is a search engine. So traffic generator, right? Drives consistent long-term traffic to websites, blogs, shops, school about pages, wherever you want to send traffic to, you can send traffic to it. Okay. It can be anything. Right. And so yes, Jennifer, do you have a question?
Sorry.
It's
I just
okay.
wanted to make sure. Do you have a slideshow that you're showing? Because we don't see it.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I just kind of was like,
There we go. So the benefits, right? Let's get right back in there. Guys, let me just show you if you're watching this call, we can just go right back and just check those out. Just gonna scroll through those. You can pause that. Just numbers. But thank you. So anyway, so here we are. We're back and we're generating traffic for months, for years. I have pins that I had pinned 10 years ago that I still see traffic. All right. I hear gurus talk about all the time. Oh, yeah, just maybe months. I'm like, guess what? I've been doing this longer than those gurus, I guarantee you. And I'm seeing traffic from years and years, 10 years plus. I see traffic. Okay. So longevity. So pins were made relevant for a long time. I say months, but it is years. So growth potential. So we reach new audiences organically through keyword optimization over time. And we're going to talk about that. All right, so let's talk about something very fun here. So back in December, I decided to I so I've had one Pinterest account since to 2010. So in December, I decided, and that Pinterest account gets close to 3 to 5 million monthly views, depending on the time of year and things that are going on. So I decided that inside of Pinterest School, I was going to start a brand new Pinterest account to show everyone how we can go from 0 to 100,000 views, and what that's going to take for someone who has a brand new account or account that they have for 14 years like Jennifer here. But what can we do? What are the steps that we need to take to get those views, right? So Plant and Bloom was a project of mine that I started in December, and the goal was to get 100,000 views in 30 days. And I was like, heck yeah, this is gonna be easy, right? We're gonna do it. And so a couple weeks into it, we realized that is not gonna happen, right? So, but the great thing was is we did hit that and we're well and above and beyond that. But the cool thing was is inside of Pinterest School, I walk you through how we did that and what we did and the steps you need to take to actually get those views. It was great. It was a great learning experience. I still today we still talk about Plant and Bloom, and we still talk about what's working, what's not working, and it's awesome. But the big takeaway for this, you guys, and this is not even Pinterest, right? This is just for you and your business and whatever you're working on today. Don't wait to launch it, right? You don't need perfection to start. If you don't do it today, how when are you gonna do it? Are you ready to launch something and can you're gonna perfect it later? I've done so many things in my online career that if I would have waited, I would never have launched it, right? I can always come back and I can always tweak things like Pinterest School. Yes, we're a thriving, growing community, but I'm always constantly upgrading and changing and doing things and tweaking it. And it's never going to be perfect because things are always changing. So, big takeaway today is just launch it. Sorry about that siren if you guys can hear that. Just launch it today. Oh, good. My microphone is doing its job. Just launch it today and don't think about it. Okay. Good. So that's my big takeaway. All right. So now we're going to be talking about the foundation of a perfect pin. Okay. So the foundation of a perfect pin starts with keyword research. Okay. So if I'm creating this amazing looking pin, took all the steps. I learned everything I learned from Tim, and now I made this perfect pin that looks amazing. But I didn't do my keyword research. No one's going to find it because maybe no one is looking for it, right? Because what happens is on Pinterest, we need to know what people are actually searching for. All right. So we got to figure that out. It's just like Google. Like if no one's searching for it, why will we ever create the content? Right. So the foundation of the perfect pin is keyword research. If there's no keywords, people are not going to find you. Right. So Pinterest is a search engine. Oops. I said it again. It is a search engine, right? 1.1 billion monthly searches. It's a whole heck of a lot of searches happening. All right. A lot of people on there. I mean, think about it 578,000 monthly users. If they're just searching one or two times, then there you go. You got those numbers, right? It's probably even more than that. But they're typing in exactly what they want to know, what they want to find, what they want to learn, what they want to buy. They're typing it exactly in the top because that's what Pinterest is designed for, right? So the right keyword will mean the right keywords in the right places will mean that your pins are going to could rank in days and not months. Okay, there's always like this 90-day wait period that people talk about, and I don't believe it because if you do the work and you put it in, your pins are going to be found and ranked quickly on Pinterest. Okay, and we're going to talk about how we can do that. All right, so the wrong keywords means your pins are going to stay invisible because nobody's searching for them. So the big takeaway today is start with what people are already searching for, not with what you think is cool. Right? That's what it is. Like if I think purple flowers are cool, but no one is searching for them, well, I probably should change my content to yellow flowers because everyone's searching for that, which is actually not the case. And you'll see, but I talk about flowers all the time. So because of the Plant and Bloom, I don't know nothing about gardening, you guys. If you see my landscaping, it's horrible. But jumping into that, if you ever want to start a niche in the gardening space, do it because there's lots and lots of people searching all the time. So Pinterest trends. How do we find these keywords? All right. There's two ways that we're going to talk about today, and one is free and one is not because all good things are not free. So, but Pinterest trends, this is on the Pinterest app. You can literally just go on and Pinterest app, maybe on the on the computer. But Pinterest trends, it will tell you what is trending. That's the bottom line. There's based on data from years and years, based on current data. But Pinterest is telling you what is trending right now. So why not create content about around what is trending? Because guess what? Things are in trend right now, and they could go out of trend, but they can come back in the trend. And I've seen that over and over again. And really specifically about holiday trends, yearly things. Like if you start posting about your holiday sales and holiday things right now, you're going to start getting traffic when that comes around. And next year you're going to get traffic in. And so that's why I love Pinterest trends. If trends didn't work on Pinterest, they wouldn't have an entire section of telling us what works. Like they're doing this on purpose so we can create content around these trends. Okay, so this is free. Check it out. What I do love about this is that it also has Pinterest predicts. This is just a screenshot, but if you look up here, Pinterest predicts that's actually for what the future. They're predicting the future based on data. It's not really predicting the future, but they're telling us what's going to be trending based on the years past. And it also there's shopping on here. There's all these different things that we can look at and find some awesome things that we can apply to our own niche, right? So inside of Pinterest School, I talk about trending keywords all the time. And one of them was like mood boards. All right. So mood boards are huge on Pinterest, but can you fit that into your business, right? I had people in all types of niches fitting mood boards into their business, into their niche, and creating pins based on that and getting traffic because that's what trends on Pinterest. All right. So number 2 is a not free way, but we're going to talk about it because this has changed the way that I run my Pinterest business 100%. So PinClicks is an app that was developed by a friend of mine, and maybe not a friend of mine. I met him. We talked a bunch, whatever. He's awesome. He loves Pinterest just like I do, but he found out how that you can find the monthly search volume for keywords on Pinterest. And he's connected straight to the API, and it's totally awesome. So as you can see on my screen, you can see that it shows you the monthly search volume. You could dig deeper into your niche. You can find top pins in your niche, and you can spy on your competitors. Like if I wanted to know who was creating the top pins for purple flowers and I wanted to see what they were doing, I could say, oh, here they are. And I could replicate that and duplicate that and make it even better, because that's usually what the case is. We can always look at things and make things better because we have all the knowledge. All right. So if you look at these, you can see this is then the art category. And this is just like, look, I mean, drawing ideas. Almost 19 million people are literally searching in the search bar, drawing ideas. So if you're an artist or if you're an Amazon affiliate, get on Amazon, find affiliate products for drawing and drawing ideas, and you can start getting traffic today. I guarantee you, because I've done the same thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. PinClicks is awesome. If you've joined over in Pinterest School, I talk about PinClicks all the time. I have like a 25% off discount. Just use it. Yes, I'm affiliate for it, but whatever. You could also use the thing for a month for free, and it's fine. I don't care. So just use it, because this is going to change the way that you look at Pinterest, because now you know what people are searching for. Okay. So those are the way that we find those keywords. Now, let's get more into this, because the next level, the next section is crafting the perfect pin. All right. So obviously Pinterest is visual, right? We're creating these amazing pictures. We're creating also video pins. But we're creating these things that are ultimately going to send people off of Pinterest over to whatever we want them to. And Pinterest is different. Think about this, you guys. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these social media sites want to keep us on their site. Pinterest wants us to leave. Pinterest wants us to go over to wherever the link is. So Pinterest wants us to click on that visit site button. All the other social media sites wants us to stay. Pinterest wants us to leave, which is great. But what we want to do is we want to create visual appealing content, right? So a 2-to-3 ratio, a tall pin.
Hey, Tim, I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
We're not seeing your slides. Your slides aren't changing. It's still on. It was on the Pinterest trends. So sorry.
Sure.
And I'm so
No, that's
sorry.
fine. Well, that
I
was
hate to
weird.
interrupt you.
No, anytime you do that, that's fine. Is that better now?
I see let me see. What do you guys see? I see a black screen so far.
I see a black screen as well.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Let me just unshare and reshare. How about now?
Let me make sure.
The
Okay, you
black
should be-
screen is still there.
Yeah, black screen.
All right. That, because it shows that I'm sharing it.
So
How about now? Same thing. Let me stop sharing
Get down.
and then reshare. How about now? How about now?
Oh, shoot.
I told you were gonna fall.
Oh, wow.
No, it's still black. What is happening?
Yeah, that's really. I mean, it shows that I'm sharing it.
View options.
It's all right.
Told you you're gonna fall.
Let's see.
Come here, baby.
Okay. Is there anything that I need to be doing? Let me make sure. Did something happen?
Maybe.
It says we're viewing your screen. It just doesn't show us anything on it.
Yeah, yeah. It
That's-
says it says you're viewing Tim's screen, and then it's black.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
For me, it shows that I have the perfect pin show up. Let me.
It also says double click. It says Tim has shared screen sharing. Double click to enter full screen mode. So maybe it's down below or something.
That's super weird.
Well, we saw you before I interrupted you.
Yeah.
We saw one of your last slides, but it was
Okay.
still on Pinterest trends, and then now we're black. I don't know.
That's so weird. I don't
But it's
know. I mean, I can keep going. It's no big deal. I can always
Yeah.
send you this. I can always send you the slides. No big deal. So let me just pretend that you guys can see it.
Okay.
Because yeah, and if it start, maybe it'll start sharing again. Let's see, multiple participants. How about that? How about this? Let's see if this helped. Did that change anything?
Oh, you just switched it. I'm sorry. Okay, let me
Yeah, try that, and let me try this again.
try again.
Okay.
Shoot. It's black. Is
Still-
it black
still
for
black.
you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
that's so weird. Never seen it happen before. Anyway, all right. So
I'll
we'll just
add
keep.
it with the replay. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So to create the perfect pin, we're going to be we want a 2 to 3 ratio, right? So it's there. Did it show up? I see it. I see it on my screen. That's bizarre. Anyway, so we want a tall pin, right? We don't want to post these little tiny squares. We want to post something that's tall and big and has nice graphics, right? So we want to also include our keywords, and we want to include a call to action, right? So we want people to move off of Pinterest and go to our site. So that call to action is going to be in a couple places. We can either put that call to action on our pin, we can put it in the description, or we can put it in both places, right? So call to action would be like click here, visit my site, buy here, read more, whatever that call to action is going to be. We want them to click that visit site button and move off of Pinterest to wherever we want them to go, right? We're talking about our standard pins, and we also have different types of pins, right? So we have video pins. So video pins are awesome. So you can create up to a 30-second long pin. I recommend keeping pins like short and punchy. The fact that we want them just to click on it and then visit, right? People always ask me, could I put in like, a short form content for my YouTube videos? You definitely can, but I recommend that you just create 5 seconds to say, hey, you want to learn more about this? Head over to my YouTube. So you do that. And we're going to talk about cross-platform growth in a little bit, and how we can drive traffic to our Instagram, our TikTok. We can drive traffic to YouTube, all that kind of good stuff, right? So remember that 10 million pin, that 10 million view pin, that one's driving traffic over to Instagram. All right. So we want to make sure that our links are correct, right? So if I have a pin that's talking about purple flowers and it goes to a blog post or a product that is yellow flowers, Pinterest is going to look at your image, your title and description, and the link, and they're going to say, these don't make sense. We're not going to push this up for purple flowers. We're going to keep it somewhere else. So we want to make sure all three, our image, our title description, and our link all make sense and are talking about the exact same thing. All right. So we want to make sure that, because those things are very important to Pinterest, because they don't want to refer somebody. So if someone's looking for purple flowers, the pin says it and they go to yellow flowers, they're going to be like, oh, that content doesn't make sense. Why is Pinterest sending me here? They want to look good. So you guys look good, right? So now we're moving on to the next section. And when you see the slides, you'll see this, but we're talking about keywords and SEO. All right. So don't get scared. Don't leave this call. I know SEO is scary and it's this little acronym that everybody hates, but it's like search engine optimization, right? Why are we even talking about search engine optimization? Well, because Pinterest is a search engine, right? I have it here on the screen. It says visual search engine. That's like the 20th time I've said that, right? But remember, we have to think about that. All right. So there's only a few places you have to worry about SEO and keyword placement. Okay. And right inside Pinterest School, I have a course called no, not even a course. It's a 5-minute video called Simple SEO. That's all it is. It's so simple, you guys. And so the places that we want to put our keywords are on our board names and our descriptions. So our pins live on boards inside of our Pinterest. So if I'm talking about backyard gardening, I'm putting all my backyard gardening pins in my backyard garden board. So that board should have the title of backyard garden ideas or backyard garden whatever, and so should that description. But then we have our pin. So this is on pin SEO is the most important. All right. So if you accidentally put a pin in a different board, it's going to be okay. All right. But on pin SEO is the best. It's a thing that Pinterest looks at because it's our title, our description, and our alt tag. So an alt tag, an alt text tells Pinterest what your image is. Right. So before there was AI and before there's all these robots crawling around, we had to tell Pinterest what our pins were, and we still have that ability to do that. So do we have to? Why would we want to rely on AI to tell Pinterest what our pin is when we can do it for them, right? So I always recommend that you use your title and then you put that in as your alt tag. It's super easy, you guys. And so remember, so it's board name and descriptions, it's pin titles and pin descriptions, and your alt text that tells Pinterest what your image is. And those are the only things that we have to worry about for SEO. And if that doesn't make sense, just go over to Pinterest and look at my simple SEO. You can also ask my Pinterest agent, which is something that I just launched last week. It is a AI agent that knows everything that I know all about Pinterest and more, and you can ask it questions and it will answer your questions. It is amazing. This is another slide that you guys cannot see, but guess what? This is a Pinterest SEO checker. So this tool that I have inside of Pinterest School is absolutely free when you hit level 2, which if you even are not level 2 in my school, that's just crazy. All right, just 5 points. All right, get over there, post a couple gifts, say hi to me, and whatever, you'll be level 2. So you get access to the SEO checker. You basically put your title description. This is the easiest, simplest, lamest. It's not lame, but it's such an easy tool. But I wrote it so that it will tell you if your pin is ready to post. They're just based on SEO, right? So it's awesome. This little tool, it's one of the first vibe coded tools I've ever made. And everyone, it's the simplest thing, but everybody loves it. So get over there, use that. It's awesome. So now we're going to be moving on to the next phase of creating the perfect pin. And I'm going to talk about 5 pins. All right. So there's 5 different pins that, man, you guys should. I'm going to try to share my screen one more time because y'all need to see this. I'm just going to do it. How about now? All right. So we have 5 different pins and what these pins are. So every single one of these pins are one of my top performing pins on Plant and Bloom. All right. So, and they have every single one of them has an AI generated something inside of it. One of them is completely AI generated. I literally went on to ChatGPT and said, make me a mountain side field of daisies and the sunset at sunset in Tuscany. I mean, I've never been there. I don't have a photo of that, but AI did it for me. And guess what? That's one of my top performing pins is 100% AI. One of the questions that I get all the time is like, hey, Tim, are we allowed to post, AI images? Is that okay? It's like, yes, 100%. Pinterest is fine with that. But each one of these pins that I have has some kind of element that's AI. Maybe it's in Canva and it's like AI text, or maybe one of the images on the pin is AI generated. I recommend that you guys use AI, ChatGPT. I have a tool inside of Pinterest School called the Pin Traffic Ninja that you will literally type in your niche and it will give you a Pinterest title description and give you an image that you can post within like 30 seconds. And so everything is absolutely limited. I stopped using Canva months ago because AI is absolutely amazing at what it does and the speed of it. I mean, if there's a hurdle that people have for pinning on Pinterest, it's sitting down and sitting at Canva and looking at it and being like, I don't know what to create. Well, guess what? AI does it for you. The Pin Traffic Ninja is one of the best tools someone just told me yesterday, one of the best tools I've ever built. And it is amazing. It's a custom GPT that also knows everything that I know and does even a better job. And it creates pins for you. It is super awesome. It's over there. So moving forward, because we're already 32 minutes into this, but the next phase is consistency. Okay. You have to be consistent. All right. So we're all grown-ups here. There's how many people on here? 14 of us. We're all grown-ups. We know if we don't put the work in, then we don't get results, right? If I just say, well, I want Pinterest traffic and all I do is create one pin, guess what? You're not getting Pinterest traffic. You might get lucky, but that's not going to happen, right? So we want consistency. Okay. And what does that even look like? Well, I'm going to tell you what you should be doing and make you guys think for a second, right? So, everyday activity. All right. So, Tim, you told me that I don't have to be on Pinterest every day and I don't want to spend all this time. Well, guess what? We don't have to be. So, like, you can actually schedule your pins to go out into the right board from now until whenever you can send these out, and you can use the native Pinterest app. You don't even have to use a third party tool like Tailwind or anything like that. It's literally right there inside of the app. But daily activity means, can you create one pin a day? One pin. And maybe that's sitting down and taking 20 minutes on a Monday morning and create whatever 30 pins for the month. I mean, that you can. And so also I talk about repins. So repinning other people's content. Okay. So you're like, why would I repin someone else's content on my own Pinterest so other people can see it? So listen, let's rewind the clock here back to 2010 when Pinterest started. Pinterest started and still is today a social bookmarking site. I'm going to go to blogs, websites. I'm going to bookmark stuff that I want to remember. All right. But also, you have the ability to look around on Pinterest and find things that you like as well and save those over onto your account. It does not affect your account. People don't even know that your account exists because they really just are looking at the pins that are in the feed. If they really want to dig down further and find like Jennifer's pins, they can find your little icon and they can click on it. They can go over to your account. But I'm guaranteeing you 95, 99% of the people are not doing that. They're finding your pin and they're clicking over to your website, right? So, repinning other people's content is what Pinterest wants you to do. Like, you literally go to your Pinterest account and they will give you, there's a button that says more ideas, and they will show you ideas that will fit inside that board. And they want you to do that. So, can you pin a pin every day? Can you jump on Pinterest for 3 minutes and just repin some other content that makes sense with your niche, right? And so every day we want to do a little bit of keyword research, not every day, but every week we want to do a little bit of keyword research, right? So if I'm not up to speed with what people are searching for in my niche, like maybe questions or problems that they're having, if I'm not up to speed with that, how do I know what people are searching for? Right. So during that keyword research, that's the basics, the basis, the very foundation of our pins, right? Let's think about this. If you made one pin a day, if you scheduled out one pin a day for 30 days, we had 30 pins at the end of the month, right? So that's 30 pins pointing back to whatever you're trying to drive traffic to. That's 30 pieces of content that you created that should only take you maybe 10 minutes. Like, I can create 30 pins in whatever, 2 minutes on with using AI. I literally can do that. And that's what I teach. Right. But think about it. What if you did 2 pins a day? What if you did 10 pins a day? That's a ton. Right. Now we have 300 pins in 1 month pointing back that are searchable on Pinterest, searchable on Google, that can drive traffic to your content for years. All right. And you do it once. Right. It could potentially do that. Okay. So let's think about that. What kind of work could you put in? And could you do that? I'm like, and do we have an hour? Do we have 2 hours a week to, I mean, that'd be a lot. 2 hours a week is a lot to devote to something, but imagine how much content you could have being driven back to all the things that you do, right? So use a scheduler and use AI. I teach all this right inside of Pinterest School. All right. So obviously we have a course called the Pin to Profit course. And this is literally something that I worked on for 10 years. It has evolved over time. The Pin to Profit course has been around for so long. It has evolved over time. But we just recently launched like I said, our Pinterest agent, and our Pinterest agent actually walks you through it and reminds you what to do. It's absolutely amazing, you guys. So make sure you guys go check that out. When you're inside of Pinterest School, sign up for the Pinterest agent. Just look around, you'll find it. So if you're not in there already, it's free to use. Not everything is free, but you can use it for free for a while. So, man, I wish you guys could see this screen, but what we're going to be talking about right now is the 10.75 million monthly or million impressions on this pin. And so what this pin is, it was a 15-second video of an artist creating a piece of wall art. And I featured them over on my Instagram, and I decided to feature it over on Pinterest. And over on Instagram, it got 2.4 million views. And then I decided, like, oh, that was great. Great traffic for us, great traffic for the artist. Let's pin it over on Pinterest and see what happens. Right. So what happened was, within about 30 days, we saw traffic. I don't know. We saw traffic for maybe a couple thousand views a day. And then all of a sudden it was jumping up to like 20,000, 30,000 views a day, driving traffic back to Instagram. And my whole point was to drive traffic back to Instagram, to grow my Instagram account, and also more exposure for the artists. Right. And that was the whole goal. And so over time, it should be a lot of, I think last time I did this screenshot, it was 10.7 million. It's probably 11 million views over on Pinterest. It's crazy, you guys. But the whole point of this is like, do I have content that I already created on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, whatever other platform that I'm on that I want to drive traffic to? You can pin to it. Every single one of those places, every single piece of content on those platforms has a unique URL that you can grab and put it in your Pinterest pin. And you can drive traffic to it. It's amazing, guys. Do content once and drive traffic to it again over and over again over on Pinterest. Okay. So just a little tip so you guys can remember, if you are driving traffic to a one link, all right, let's give an example of this Instagram reel. If I'm driving traffic and creating pins for this, I have to make sure that I spread that out every 3 to 4 days. I don't want to pin the same link every single day over and over and over again. You will get marked as spam, and Pinterest will shut you down. So you have to make sure that if you're driving traffic to the same URL, whether it's an Instagram post, or maybe it's your about page on your school, or it's a Beacons landing page, or whatever that is, you have to make sure that if it's the same link, you spread those out. But we all should have different content. If you have a blog, this shouldn't even be a problem. It shouldn't even be an issue, right? Because you can create multiple millions of blog posts and drive traffic back to all those, and they all point to, but that's a different URL, right? So if I wanted to create a blog post for my about page for Pinterest School, I could do that. And it's different, but inside that blog post, I talk about Pinterest School, and then they click on that, right? So I'm not posting Pinterest School about page every single day, or I don't even really post about it much because I have other places that I post it. But think about that when you're creating content for your links. So not all of us have a lot of links, right? But there's also something inside of Pinterest School. It's called Blog OS. And once you become level 5, you get access to that. And Blog OS is a course that I talk about how we can treat Pinterest, or we can treat school, that public schools. So there's schools are public or private. If you're in a public school, you can post, and those school posts are searchable on Google and pinnable on Pinterest. So if you guys have never tried this, go find Blog OS inside my leaderboard over on Pinterest School. If you're already level 5, go watch it. You're going to be like, what did I just learn? Because you can literally treat school as your own blog, because you can curate unlimited types, unlimited URLs to pin to get searched on Google. It's absolutely crazy, you guys. Blow your mind. I'm not the first person to come up with this. But the person that did come up with this messaged me, and she said, Tim, we can pin public posts on Pinterest. I'm like, what? So we ran with that, and here we are today talking about that kind of stuff. But look at that. It's called Blog OS. Just search it inside of Pinterest School and you'll find it. So with that, I just pulled up a screen that y'all can't see, but you're going to be able to see it when you watch this replay. But it talks about my Pinterest agent and what we just launched and what you guys can get access to. You'll see it. I'm not even going to talk about it because you all can just look at it. But once you're in there, you'll see it. I talk about it all the time. We just launched it last weekend, and it's absolutely amazing. This stuff, the questions and the questions that the people inside our members are asking, and the answers that they're getting from this agent are like, I watch it. It just blows my mind, because it's literally what I would answer, but on a higher level. It's absolutely amazing. So get on that, do that. He lives inside of Pinterest School. You can DM him. Once you sign up, it's pretty awesome. So anyhow, let me unshare my screen, but it doesn't really matter because y'all can't see it anyway. So let me just unshare my screen here. I wonder if, let's see, did that do anything different? No, it's the same thing. All right. Well, okay, fine.
Yeah.
No problem. How do I stop sharing my screen now?
I think
Just
I stopped it when it was, because when they watched the replay, I wanted them to be able to see you and not the black screen. So
Oh,
I
right
think
on.
I stopped it for you.
Perfect.
I don't
Well,
see it. Do you guys see it?
no, it's not. I'm not sharing it anymore.
No,
Okay.
thank you.
Perfect. Well, with that, you guys, it's been 40 some odd minutes of me just chatting about Pinterest and the things that I think you should know. But if you guys have any questions, I would love to take your questions for the next 15 or so minutes. And if you guys have questions, you can either type them in the chat or raise your hand, and Jennifer can put you on. And I would love to answer anything y'all got. Okay.
Yeah. Stephanie?
Yeah, Tim, I just want to make sure like I'm understanding this correctly with
Yep.
the different boards, because you're talking about like different links and like
Yep.
when I think about what I have going on, it's like some things like they're all over the place, right? Like
Yep.
depending on
Yep.
what you're doing. So as long
sure.
as your board is kind of
Yes.
about the same thing, you could
Yep.
have multiple boards and they can be all about different things. You just want to
Yes.
keep everything in that board
Yep.
similar.
So it's a great question, Stephanie. We get it all, and I get this all the time. So there's two types of Pinterest accounts that you could do or have. One is exactly what you're talking about. This is what I've done this is my main account that has millions of views, and it's everything.
Okay.
Everything under the sun. I'm talking DIY and home stuff, Etsy things, business stuff, cars, anything you can think of. It's because it's mine. This is my account, right? But everything lives under the correct board. So if I'm gonna pin about my favorite car, I'm not gonna pin it in Etsy tips or whatever. It's gonna live inside that board, and that's how everything is sectioned off, right? So the other side of it is like I'm only posting about gardening and plants and nothing else on the entire account. I don't that way is really not for most people that are on this call, because we're all trying to do different things and we all have lots of things going on, and we should, because we could promote we can promote Pinterest School, we can promote affiliates things, and those could live in different boards and whatever. Any type of school that you're an affiliate for, oh my goodness, y'all should be pinning that on Pinterest like crazy right now. So, anyway, so that's why I live in the camp of I'm going to post whatever I want and just live inside those boards. And then, but on the other hand, like I said, Plant and Bloom is very specific, only one lane, and that's it. And it works too, but not very many people like that. And I do not want to have more than one Pinterest account for things. I mean, I do, but that's just because it was an experiment or whatever. So yeah, great question.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Sophia?
Hey, Tim. So I got a
Hello.
question. If you're talking about not being able to keep using the same link over and over again, so it sounds like your suggestion is like opening up a school account or getting a school account and then just making that, like, can you go a little deeper? Because
Yeah.
at this point in time, I do just have like a free PDF that I'm giving away that I
Sure.
would want to drive people back to. But I then, with me starting a new Pinterest account and going through the course and whatever, I don't
Sure.
want to get it shut down and banned.
Yeah, exactly. So you can create multiple pins that have the same link. You can do that, but
Mhm.
they need to be spread out. Okay. But then you also want to create different looking pins. Like I don't want to take the same picture, title, and description with the same link and post it out there a million times. Like Pinterest will be like, nope, this is all spam. But because you're only doing one thing, right? So it'd be like it, but what you could do is then go into ChatGPT or whatever it is, or maybe it's a Pin Traffic Ninja if you're over in Pinterest School, and you can say, hey, I've got this PDF based on this topic. Can you create me 5 to 10 pins with all titles and descriptions and images, and it'll create it for you. And now you have fresh content with the same link, and then I would just schedule those out every 3 to 4 days, so that they're spread out, right? And so with what I was talking about with the school, so you're all, if you're not on school, Sophia, are you on school?
I mean, I'm a part of school groups and I'm
Yeah,
thinking about
perfect.
opening up my own school
Perfect.
classroom.
Perfect.
So
So there are schools, like example, the school, not this school hub, but there's a big school hub where people can promote their products. There's one called the Directory. That one also you can promote anything that you want. And then there's one called the Classifieds, and all of those 3 schools are public. That means like anybody can go to that school and get a link to it and look at what's inside of that. So that means that those you can pin to any post that you create in there. So you as a user can be like, okay, I'm going to go over to the classify, or I'm going to go over to the directory today, and I'm going to make a post about my PDF that I have for sale. And then now I can take that link that I talked about that and promote that over on Pinterest. Okay. So that link can link back to that public school. They can read about it. They can click on things and they can go to your PDF or wherever you have that for sale. So that it's just a place where you can create different pages with the different URLs that you can drive traffic to. So Okay.
Yeah.
And
And you
it
can do that inside my group too. I have a couple communities, but the Digital
perfect.
Boss School Hub is exactly like the classifieds. It's
Perfect.
public, so it's
Good.
SEO searchable, and you can promote
Sweet.
if you have a free community or your lead magnets. And so they can take the link to the post and pin that.
Yes.
What you're saying? Okay,
Yes.
just want to
If you
confirm.
click on the 3 little dots, you're gonna see it says copy link, and then yeah, it's right there. If you want, Jennifer, even inside of your school, if you wanted to talk about that or something, the, blog OS is inside my classroom.
Mhm.
You could always just link to that as well. Yeah, it's a great little course. I mean, it's a whole video walkthrough of how to do that. But that's awesome.
Perfect.
I didn't know yeah, I didn't know that the hub was also public. That's really good. So Pinterest School is not public because I got too much information in there all about that you gotta be a member for, which is free anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Great question, Sophia. Thank you.
All right, Miss Kim.
Hi, nice to meet you. I just
Hello,
saw
Kim.
you out before we started. I was just wondering, I think this is my audio when you're talking about the ratio sizes of the pins.
Mhm.
What did you say ratio size when you're talking
Yes.
about
Right. So anything that's like tall, right? So like it's a 2 to 3 ratio. If you're creating something, if you use AI to create anything, you could always just say, "Hey, create me a Pinterest size pin." It'll do it. Like it'll know what it is. If you're in Canva, if you're doing it in Canva, you can create a Canva template. But it's a 2 to 3
Okay.
ratio. It could be a little bit skinnier as well. But just don't post like little square images because like they just people post little square ones and little landscape ones, and man, landscape ones are even worse because they show up real small. And if we have that tall pin, it takes up
right?
that
I
real
guess
estate. Yeah, for sure. Back in the day, we used to pin like extra tall ones. It was ridiculous, like infographic ones. Oh, it's
yeah.
so funny, but we don't do that anymore. But anyway, very
Okay.
cool.
Oh, that's
Yep.
super. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, I wrote down, I think they asked their questions. Somebody
Okay.
did ask if Pinterest was worldwide, but I think you said it was
Yeah.
globally.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. And I didn't say that, but it is. But there's like Pinterest Australia, UK. I see it all the time. I think it's just based on where you're at. Like it's all over. So yeah, worldwide. Yep. Yeah,
Perfect.
for
I'm
sure.
just looking at does anybody else have any questions? I think that was all the people that raised their hands. And if you're introvert, I'm a fellow introvert, you can ask them in the chat
Yeah.
for sure.
When
Um,
I
yeah,
can
go
ask
ahead.
one more. I just didn't want to take up everybody's.
No, go for it.
So when you're talking about like sharing affiliate links in
Yeah,
other school communities, which
for sure.
everybody should be doing, I think it's
Oh my
amazing.
goodness. Yes. Yes.
Um, would that be its own board, or would you still kind of put that in the niche of the type of boards?
You, yeah, I would put
It
it
doesn't matter. Like, is it just
like,
kind of what you want?
yeah, whatever you want. Like if I'm talking about YouTube or something, like I could put that in my social media tips, or I could put that in
Okay,
my small
gotcha.
business tips, or whatever you feel like. I wouldn't just be like, here's all my affiliate links. It still wouldn't really matter because remember, people are not going to your boards. They're just finding your pins.
Mhm.
But it'll just help out, like if it's a little more specific,
So they
right?
could search it and it would pop up, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. For sure.
That's one of the biggest golden nuggets that you said, because that's actually the same thing like in school and in YouTube. Like we have to
Yeah.
think about when we do our content, what are people typing in instead of trying to
Yes.
be fancy or clever?
Yeah.
They said in school, that's how people are finding our schools. They're
Yeah.
typing in whatever, how to
Yeah.
monetize Pinterest or whatever.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, and we don't and with those tools, the Pinterest trends and pin clicks that I told you all about, like it tells you like they're searching it. So run with
Okay.
those. Yeah,
I feel like this is kind of a silly question, but obviously my main goal is going to be to drive people to my school community, which I know I can
correct.
do with different posts and things like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I have all kinds of affiliates, even for other people's school communities, even
Yep.
in your community, right?
Yeah. 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 For sure.
What type of board would be? I guess I'm trying to like, how would I organize that? Would I do like school communities board? Is that lame? Or like digital products board? Or like, what do you suggest as far as?
I mean, I think it really just depends on what the school is. Because remember, I mean, school. There's so many different things on school. There's like the number one school is pickleball. Like I wouldn't. Like I mean, if I'm like whatever, like sports and whatever it is. So like I think whatever that, if you don't have I think people overthink the whole. Oh, I don't have a board for that to put in, so I'm not going to do anything. Well, just create one. I literally have
Mhm.
like I don't know, you can have unlimited amount of boards. Just create
Okay.
one. Even if it has one pin in it, it's fine. Right. But I think we're allowed to have 200,000 pins or something like that. And I think 2,000 boards. I mean, you'll never hit 2,000 boards. Like I only have like 30,000 pins and I've been on Pinterest for 16 years or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, there was a time where I wasn't pinning as much as I am right now, but I think you just don't overthink it, right? So like I'm going to create a pin for Pinterest school. Okay, I have social media tips for small business tips or something. It could, even if it just could have fit in there, like get it in there, you know? I mean, it's like I said, it's on pin SEO that really matters the most. It's like what my pin is with my title description and the alt tag, which what is what really matters the most. I don't have to have like if I have social like a board with social media tips and like I don't say you have the word Pinterest in there, it's gonna be okay. Like it's fine. So don't
People
overthink it
aren't
too much.
going to the boards, they're
No.
finding us through the search. Okay.
Correct.
So it
Correct.
really doesn't matter. And can you
Yeah.
go a little bit into the alt tag again?
Yeah.
I was trying to troubleshoot, so I missed
Sure.
a lot of what I'm gonna have to watch this replay myself.
No, it's no big deal. So for our SEO, for the simple SEO, we have our keywords are going to go in our title, like
Uh,
we all talked about. We've all heard this before, and then we go into do the description, and then there's
Okay.
a thing called the alt text, right? The alt text is I teach it in the course. I show right inside Pin the Profit, show exactly where it's at, but you literally click on it, and it tells Pinterest what your image is without them using their AI tool to like figure out what your image is.
Mhm.
Because then I just say this is an image of purple flowers or the field of daisies in the sunset at sunset in Tuscany or whatever. This is what this pin is. So without it guessing. So I've seen like pin clicks, you can dig down and you can see what pins alt text are. And I know when Pinterest when they don't put it in alt text because I could tell that Pinterest AI is saying what that alt text is. But we have the ability to tell them what it is. So why don't we want to put it in there? So in your alt text, make sure that your keyword is in there. And like, I think we're allowed to have 500 characters in an alt text, which is actually crazy. Like
Wow. So
that's
kind
like,
of like YouTube has the tags, Pinterest is the alt text, but with way
yes,
more options.
sort of. I mean, you put in whatever you want, basically. And then there are tags, which I don't talk about a lot, but there are tags because Pinterest gives us some tags that I have that in there in the course as well, but it's kind of like hit or miss with those. And I actually don't even use them that much, but,
Okay.
yeah, great questions.
Sophia.
Okay, so last one. So, and I'm sure you probably teach this or highlight it in your course.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around with Pinterest because you're talking about the different boards, all that. I get that.
Yep.
So
Yep.
would we have one broad? So if I'm doing digital marketing, that would be my broad, and then there's different categories, so to
Yes.
speak, that go under that in the boards.
Yep. So you would be yes, correct. So there's a couple things you can do here. So you have your main account. So your main account is it could be you. It could be Sophia. It's like Sophia the Great. No, Sophia, whatever you want it to be, and you just have. I mean, it can be anything. Like my
Please
main
make
pic-
it Sophia the Great.
Oh, that would be amazing, right? We're gonna make her an AI avatar for that. So yeah, and that's your main account, right? So like inside of a board, you could also have sections. So like let's just say, for example, I say social media tips, but I have social media tips, right? And each board can have a section like Pinterest, YouTube, whatever it is. You can section those boards off, but those are only for you. Those are not for anybody else. Like Jennifer is not going to care that Sophia, oh, she has all these sections because they're only for you to just keep yourself organized if that's what
Oh.
you want to do. I
Okay.
don't even I have maybe one board that has sections and I don't even care because I'm just putting them in there because that's where they go. So you could do that. So remember, you're just going to be like your main account, and there's like inside of Pin the Profit, like I talk about how to set your main account up with your name and your picture and like your bio and what you want that to be. And it doesn't really actually matter, just so you know. But I just have that in there because, like, remember, because Pinterest is really looking at those pins. They're looking at that on pin SEO and where that pin is going. And then, yeah, you can have those sections for your board, but it's just organizing. Like people get so hung up on like, oh, my pictures look so unorganized. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Just create those pins and get them out there. And that's what really matters. If you want to make it look organized, that's fine. It's really only for yourself though. So, yep. Great
So
question.
I
it
love
sounds
that.
like it's more about volume as far as how many pins you get out as
Mhm.
far as getting traffic. Like you don't have to have the account 30 days before you can start getting
No.
traffic or leads or whatever.
No, and let me I skipped over this. I had this one topic. Like when we were talking about pins ranking up in the search in days, right? So I was on a call with someone. It was a couple months ago, whatever. I was with her one-on-one call with her. We were working on her niche. We were looking at her competitors and say, let's do this, this, and this. Here are your keywords. And she messaged me like 5 hours later. And she's like, Tim, I'm getting traffic. Is this like real? I'm like, yeah, it is, because I mean, it wasn't like tons of traffic, it wasn't anything viral, but it was like she was getting views because we did the keyword research. We looked at our competitors and say, hey, this is what they're doing. We can do this a little bit better. Let's do it a little bit better. And then all of a sudden, Pinterest is ranking it, right? And so we don't have to wait those 30, 90 days. I mean, people say that because they're teaching people how to do it wrong. That's just the way it is. Like if you're doing it right and have the right keywords that people are searching for, Pinterest is going to rank it, right? And it might not be hours like that example, but it definitely will be before those 30 days. And it helps though, because things do start getting ranked more and after 30 days, but you definitely could see traffic right at the beginning for sure.
Thank
I
you.
lo-
Yeah, no problem.
Maria has a question in the comments. She's brand new to Pinterest and
Sure.
she just says she wants to know how to monetize on Pinterest.
Oh
I guess
man.
the best way, I would assume that would be like if you have like offer affiliate links or
Yep.
school communities, but you can elaborate.
For sure. So I'll give you an example of monetizing. So how did I monetize my brand new Pinterest account, the Plant in Bloom? I had an Etsy shop. I have an Etsy shop where I sell digital download wall art and all about plants, botanical wall art that you can download, and that's how I monetize it. Right. So now I'm driving traffic to an Etsy shop and a digital download it's of an AI generated art that they can print on their walls. That's one example, right? It's great. It's on autopilot. I pin all the time. I've got like 600 products over there, and I pin them over on Pinterest, and it drives traffic on a daily basis from Pinterest over to my Etsy shop, and people download them. I don't have to email them. Etsy does it for you. It's great. So that's one way. But the easiest way, the freest way is literally join a school like the one you're in with Jennifer or Pinterest school or whatever it is and promote their affiliate offer and create
Mhm.
pins. If you're not over on Pinterest school yet, get over there because I walk you through. I literally give you pins to pin on Pinterest. My number one affiliate, her name is Pam. She's driven, she has over 190 people have joined Pinterest school from her Pinterest pins. 190 people have joined Pinterest school. And every day I see Pam and I'm like, I message her. I'm like, Pam, what are you even doing? She's like, I'm just pinning the pins that you gave me. And that's what she's doing. I'm like, what? And every day I see them. And like, it's amazing. So she has created a income stream, a long-term income stream, because she's literally just sending people to a free school. The barrier to entry is like nothing, right? So someone sees, hey, there's a school all about Pinterest. I can learn how to do this and this. And Tim gave me all the pins and the copy and the titles and descriptions. Is literally the easiest way to make money in 2026 is to promote school. And it's free. You just free school account, free to join a bunch of these schools, and then you just find their affiliate offer. Not all of them will work with you and give you like affiliate like swipe copies and like stuff that I mean I do because I know like my top when we have over close to 5,000 visitors last month to my about page, and 57% of that is from affiliates. Like traffic that I don't even that I would never would have had if I wouldn't have helped my affiliates out to help them start pinning. Like pin this on Pinterest, pin it, pin it, pin it. And so if you guys do that same thing, you could start getting traffic as well. And it's amazing, you guys. Like I think honestly that's the easiest way. Like actually I just put a poll up today inside of Pinterest school, like what do you want to know? And I'm gonna in a free course I'm gonna talk about this month or whatever. And like the top thing was like monetizing your Pinterest in 30 days. I'm like, we're going to do that. We're going to talk about that. And I mean, I help you out from day one. I mean, I have you guys, if you just type in on Pinterest school, just affiliates, you'll see all the stuff that you can get that I've created for y'all with pins. And I teach you inside of the Pin Traffic Ninja. I actually have a side custom GPT that will create pins for you specifically for Pinterest School based on the stuff that I teach. Like, what are you learning inside of Pinterest School? Because remember, what are people searching for on Pinterest? They're not just searching like Pinterest. They're searching like how to make money on Pinterest, how to get traffic on Pinterest, how to find the keywords that are trending on Pinterest. Those are the things that I teach inside of Pinterest School that I give you affiliate links for, or not affiliate links, but like affiliate copy for. And so, anyway, if you're also, there's another plug for myself. If y'all are, interested in learning all this stuff from me, I have a course called the School Member Multiplier, where I teach you how in the past 3 months, I've gained over 1,000 new members every single month for the past 3 months. And we're on track to doing, I mean, it's only what day is it? The 11th is, we're already on track to 1,000 new members for this month as well. And I do it with no ads, 0 ads, not even Pinterest ads, not even one Pinterest ad have I run, but it's all free. All the stuff that I teach is pretty awesome. So, and a lot of it is based around affiliates.
Well, this is so cool because I do a lot of school trainings and teaching them how they can do essentially free ads by going
Yeah.
in Facebook groups. But this
Right.
adds a whole other
Oh.
layer, and it doesn't seem like too time consuming.
Nope.
So
Nope.
I love this. Now, you said you needed to, obviously we want to be, if we've got multiple things, we want to be sharing all the things, but
Yeah.
say someone just has one offer, one thing right now, how
Mhm.
far do they need to spread apart that one link to not be spammed?
Right. So every 3 to 4 days,
Okay.
3 to 4 days. But remember, it's got to be a new image, title, and description. Just make it fresh. Pinterest wants fresh content, and
Right.
and they understand that people don't have multiple links, and they understand that. But we want to see fresh. They want to see fresh content. So think about that. Like, we just don't want to spam the same thing over hundreds of times on your account, because you will get banned for that, and I've seen it happen for sure. Oh, and one more thing for affiliates. Okay. If you are promoting an affiliate product, whether Pinterest School, whether it's something on school, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Walmart, whatever it is, make sure you have an affiliate disclaimer every single time you post that pin in the description. It says, I earn money if you click on this link, or whatever you want to say there, but you have to have it. It's Pinterest rule. It's the FTC's rule. I've seen
Okay.
multiple people get their Pinterest accounts suspended because they do not include that. And Pinterest has to keep themselves safe, and the FTC requires it. So if you're promoting affiliate products, make sure you have that link that says I am affiliate for this, or I earn commissions off of these links, or whatever. Something like that. That's anything.
Super.
Yep.
Yeah, that's super important.
You have to, yeah. And I teach that all the time. So for sure.
I love that. I just
Awesome.
have a couple. I know it's about time to wrap up.
Yeah, for sure.
Stephanie has a question, and then I have just, I think, one or two more
All right, right on.
real quick ones. Go ahead.
Just real quick, I know you said like new posts or whatever, but with the image for sure. But like if
Mhm.
your keywords or your title and description are working, can it be like a new image with the same?
Well, so yes, you can, but this is what I recommend. Just tell ChatGPT to make you 5 or 10 Pinterest titles, descriptions based on these keywords. And it'll give you, the keywords will be in there, and everything will be the same. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, well, this title description works. It's actually, what's working is the keyword placement.
Okay.
What's actually working. So I would change it up, because you might as well, because it's so easy to do. Within like seconds, you can have it all written for you.
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay. Perfect. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
Good old Chat GPT. Okay,
Yes.
so I think you're a part of Schooly as well. This is
Yeah.
just like a workaround question. Obviously,
For
I
sure.
won't have a problem doing different pins,
Yeah.
but if I did want to post my school community 5 days in a row, would it work to create a short link in Schooly
Yeah.
to like you know what I'm saying? How we can do that, like a different one? Is that a workaround to that?
No, because it's a link shortener, and
Same
Pinterest
thing.
doesn't actually like link shortening tools. I use them sometimes, but it's still gonna know where it's going. So I know what you're saying. So like,
Okay.
you could go in a link shortener tool, maybe a Schooly or whatever, and you can create a bunch of different like link number 1, link number 2. It's gonna know. It knows where it's going. So I wouldn't try to get around that, because I think that would be definitely a flag right away. But
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
Perfect. My
Great,
my
good
only
question.
other question is, and this is just when you talked about repinning, is that a sort of like an engagement that we can do to help the
Yes.
algorithm should we do that before, like when I teach about Facebook, because it's one of my main platforms, I teach
Yeah.
people to go engage before they post. Is that the same with Pinterest? Should we be
No.
repinning and then pin?
Nope. Pinterest has no because I think about this too, because I didn't say this, but like it doesn't matter when you pin. Like
Okay.
because people are only matters if you have followers. And Pinterest, you don't need followers to get hundreds of thousands of millions of views. Like Plant and Bloom has 68 followers and we have over 100,000, almost 200,000 monthly views. Well, those are not coming from 68 people, right? So it doesn't really matter. Engaging, it doesn't really matter because you're gonna get traffic from whenever people are searching. It could be when they're on, but they're not gonna get notified but I say like your activity, Pinterest just wants to see that you're active and you're using their site for what it was
Okay.
all intended for. And it was like, spreading those links around and all that stuff. So it doesn't really matter when you do it.
So that's why we're repinning, just to
That's
use
yes.
the
Yep.
platform.
Yep.
And
Use
we
the
can
platform.
strategically help each other. Just saying.
Yeah, because over in Pinterest School, we have the Pinterest games that I've been doing for over a year now, and every single month, every single week, we post 3 pins and we repin our own pins, and we've been doing that and like over I think every single week with over 1,000 comments, and it's just buzzing. And so yes, we're doing that over in Pinterest School, and it works, and people love it. You can post 3 pins a day, and we repin our own pins and leave comments, and I mean it's a great way for us to also see like, hey, what are you creating? And all the fun stuff that everyone's creating, but it also helps us get engagement and leave comments and likes and repins and all that kind of good stuff too. So what most people do is all their repins are from the Pinterest games. Well,
That
it's
is super cool. I've
that's pretty good.
always wondered what the heck. I'm like, what is this Pinterest games? I see it a lot,
There you
and
go.
now I know. I'm so
Yep.
excited about this.
Very cool.
Probably one, I know I'm going to respect your time. One last
Yep.
question here.
Sure.
Anna asks, are descriptions on pins important? I think that's highly important, and as
Yes.
well as the title and the alt text, right?
Yes. You do not ever want to post a pin without a description because you're just leaving it up to, I don't even know. Pinterest is just guessing what it is. And so if we can tell it what it is and like, but also too, it's not just for Pinterest, it's for the search engine. It's also for someone who's clicking on it. Like if you actually got someone to click on that scroll stopping pin that you created and now they're sitting there reading it, you want to have a description there because like you just don't want them to like say, oh, should I click the visit site button? No, you want to tell them if you click this is what you're going to get. If you click this is what the information is going to be inside when you say visit that site. You're going to find this, you're going to do this, you're going to buy this or do whatever. You don't definitely want to have that description. And
I love it. That's what I
yep.
say all the time. Make sure they know who it's for, what it is, how it helps them, why they should
Yes,
click it.
for
I
sure.
love it.
Absolutely.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you
Well,
so much, Tim. This has
you're
been
welcome.
awesome. A
Very
lot
good.
of information. You talk fast. I'm gonna have
Oh
to
my
rewatch
goodness.
this at
You
least
just
twice.
yeah, like put it on like 0.5 speed.
Yeah, I gotta
That's
slow you
usually
down. Usually I have
it's
to speed
awesome.
people up. I love it.
And Jennifer, I will send you all the slides so you can just throw them up there. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add some prompts, Anna, that can help you, like,
There
when
you
you're
go.
trying to figure out a description for whatever you're pinning. Like, I'll create something that you can use and add it with this training and all his things.
Perfect.
Love it.
All right, guys.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so much, Jennifer. I will see you guys around Pinterest School and I'll get all that stuff sent over to you. Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much,
All
Tim.
right.
Bye, ladies. You guys have a good night. See you
You
later.
guys.